Hi everyone, my name's Scott. Welcome to Planes, Trains, Everything, and welcome to Carlisle Station. This video is one of a series of 5 videos which I'm shooting to feature the first class products offered by 5 different rail companies: ScotRail, LNER, Cross Country, Avanti West Coast, and today it's the turn of TransPennine. There's 10 aspects of the first class experience I'm going to be looking into. Each aspect gets a total of 10. That's a grand total of 100 points, a nice percentage at the end of the video. And here's something you don't see parked outside every station. Nottingham Forest's coach. I'm going to be travelling between here, Carlisle and Glasgow Central. The cheapest standard class fare I could find was £11.10. The cheapest first class fare I could find was £43.50. That's a minimum difference of £32.40 for a 1 hour and 20-minute journey. Is it worth it? We're going to find out. Worth mentioning, most of the services between Carlisle and Glasgow Central are operated by Avanti. They are slightly cheaper and slightly faster as well, so TransPennine had better be good. Sadly, TransPennine only have one first class lounge on their entire network. And do you know where that is? I'll give you 10 guesses. In fact, I'm feeling generous, I'm going to give you 20 guesses. I believe the company is based in Manchester and registered in London, but their one and only first class lounge is in Huddersfield. Now, with all due respect to the good people of Huddersfield, that's a pretty random place to have your one and only first class lounge. If you know why it's based in Huddersfield, please leave me a note below. The first class experience is based on departure lounges, onboard service and arrival lounges. And unfortunately, TransPennine don't have a lounge here in Carlisle or in Glasgow, so they miss out on 20 points here, 20 points in Glasgow. The most they can get is 60 out of 100. Let's hope the onboard service is superb. I was just talking to one of my subscribers. How you doing, Tony? What a man, even though he is an Aberdeen supporter. Right, the seat I've got on this train to Glasgow I think is facing someone, so that can be a little bit tricky when you're trying to film on board. The service starts at Manchester Airport, so hopefully it won't be too busy. This isn't mine, by the way. Mine comes in about an hour and a half's time. Unfortunately, I don't have a lounge to go to, so I'm going to have to look at a plan B. According to the TransPennine website, they offer complimentary snacks available all day with a selection of complimentary hot, soft and alcoholic drinks. We shall see. So because TransPennine don't have a lounge here at Carlisle, what a great name for a coffee place. Caffeine Rush. Also, I'm going to be dining on some bread which I nicked from Avanti West Coast. Okay, TransPennine has a lot of catching up to do.
Welcome to this TransPennine Express service to Glasgow Central. This service will be calling at Lockerbie, Motherwell and Glasgow Central. Motherwell and Glasgow Central. The next stop will be Motherwell. Motherwell and Glasgow Central. The next stop will be Motherwell.
Sat here for a few minutes until they get to Law Junction to inspect what the problem is. As soon as I get any updates I will let you know immediately, thank you.
What's that? It's fine.
20 miles an hour for the next few miles, just to inspect the overhead lines for Network Rail. Seemingly there's been a branch touching the overhead wires, which has been short circuiting the electricals. Hopefully it's nothing too serious and we'll be able to pass it. The other alternative is they'll have to cut off the power, cut the tree back, repower the lines before we can get on their way, which would take some time, so hopefully they will let us past as we're inspecting the line for them, and it won't be too late into Glasgow Central. As soon as I get any more information I will let you know immediately, thank you.
That's cool.
This is Glasgow Central, where this service terminates. Before leaving the train, take a moment to check you have everything with you. Don't forget any bags or
So what did I think of the first class experience with TransPennine? Not very good at all. That was a very rough ride. I've used that line a few times and that's the first time on TransPennine, and that was rough. In fact, the smoothest part of the whole journey was when we were down at 20 miles an hour. They have no lounge at Carlisle, no lounge here. As a result, they got a very low score, 53%. The good news, however, is I can put in a claim because we arrived 30 minutes late. Well guys, that's the last of the 5 videos to see who had the best first class experience. If you want to see how I came about these scores, have a look on the community tab on the Planes, Trains, Everything YouTube channel. Anyway guys, thanks very much for coming with me on these journeys, and I'll see you next time.